the gyno is fun! Vaginas are confusing, especially when they're not your own. To What's Up, ladies? I'm Madge the Vag, and today, taking your daughter to the gyno. When you should do it and what you can expect, because their cooters are counting on you.
Do you know what age your daughter should start going to the gynecologist?
I guess when she gets her period. Maybe before that, so even 9 to 12, I guess.
10 or 11, because I don't want her to be like confused, or maybe, I don't know. That's what I think.
I don't know.
We're here with Dr. Poyner, gynecologist. My daughter has a vagina, and I'm so confused. When do I start taking her to the gyno?
That's a very personal decision. I think when young women begin to have their periods and have questions about menses and their periods, so that conversation should start between you, your daughter, and also the pediatrician, very importantly also. I always think right before college is a really great time to go to the gynecologist. I serve as a touchstone for many young women, just that they can call me. I may help them with birth control or conversations about safe sex, but they always have somebody that they can reach out to.
So when my daughter goes for her first gyno exam, does she go yearly after that first one, or what happens?
I am actually a fan of the annual visit because it allows you to review good health habits. It also allows you to look at some signs and symptoms, period pain, basically. If it's becoming excessive, some young women may say, well, it's just my period, I need to deal with it. But if the physician or the gynecologist hears that there's an escalation of pain, it may prompt to do something else.
Can I go in with her? How does that work?
Can we come on in, take a pic? Walkie talkie.
That's a personal decision. That's the relationship between mother and daughter. I always defer to the parent in this situation, the mother in this situation. Sometimes mothers are in the room, sometimes they're not.
So what exactly happens at the first visit?
What we do is many times we just converse, right? If a woman is young and she's just had her period, we begin to talk about sex and safe sex. We also converse, especially after a young woman has her period, about how to manage painful periods, how to manage irregular periods, what the expectations are.
When do girls get their first pap smear?
We don't recommend pap smears until a woman is 21. That's when we start because the risk of invasive cancer is quite low before that. So 21 is the age to start pap smears. We recommend cultures though, yearly screening cultures for gonorrhea and chlamydia because remember chlamydia can be completely asymptomatic and it is a sexually transmitted disease and it does lead to infertility if not treated appropriately. But once a woman becomes sexually active, we begin to talk about inspecting the genitalia, that type of thing, making sure everything is okay. So those are other things just to listen and pay attention to that a gynecologist may be a little bit more in tune to than a pediatrician.
At what age do you think they start getting their pap smear?
I have no idea.
That I don't know. I want to say whenever she gets her first period, but that could be wrong.
I guess once they start becoming sexually active?
Well, around 21, they go to college, it's
Well,
time.
then that's not the same thing.
Yeah. Could be or couldn't be.
When the time comes, I hope you feel prepared and consider taking your daughter to your doctor. Family history is important. And who knows, they might see a family resemblance. And don't forget to talk to your family doctor about the HPV vaccine. They'll thank you for it later. I'm Madge the Vag. If you have any questions or comments, put them in my box. My inbox, that is. To What's Up, I'm Madge the Vag. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click to watch more, and don't forget to subscribe.